Episode 14 comes at you as a home seller's edition. Hey, what's up everyone? Thank you for tuning in to episode 014 of the Ask Jason Gelios show. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, watching this, taking the time out of your busy schedule to get the latest value-added real estate information. I try to answer a couple questions on these shows every week. You can find this show on YouTube and other major social media platforms. Just like, subscribe, share. Definitely appreciate that. So a couple questions that I'm going to be answering in this show that are pretty much geared towards the home seller. So I promise I'll have some more home buying questions coming soon, as I get asked those quite a bit. Okay, what type of things should a home seller disclose to a potential buyer or buyers? You as a homeowner are obligated on the seller's disclosure form, whether you're selling with an agent or for sale by owner. You are obligated to share any information regarding defects or things that have been done to the home. For example, when you fill out the seller's disclosure statement, one, note that potential buyers will see that before they place an offer in on your home. It's part of the decision-making process when buying a home. So when it asks you, have you seen or have known about any evidence of water in the basement or in the crawl space, you have to answer that question and every question honestly. It may ask you, how old is the roof? Or is the furnace in working order? Things like that. You want to disclose pretty much everything to a potential buyer. So there's a common myth that assessed value is the same as appraised or market value. I'm here to tell you that it's not true. Assessed value is what your city or township and county feels your home is worth, and they multiply that amount, a certain amount, by a tax rate to tell you, the homeowner, how much you need to pay each year. Going to appraised value and a market value, that is what your house would potentially sell for in the current market. Example, I get a house and the city feels that my house is, that their assessed value is, let's say $300,000, okay? Well, then I go to sell my house and I sell it for $350,000, okay? Therefore, the new buyer coming in is going to have a tax rate that's a little bit higher. The tax rate's going to go up to adjust to the current sale, the current market. So what happens is appraisal value is set by an appraiser, obviously, and the market value is set by the buyer. Buyer comes in and says, hey, I think I'm going to offer this amount for that house. Appraiser solidifies that or kills that and gives the buyer sometimes a reality check. So just know that assessed value is what the city feels your home is worth, and it almost always goes up at a slower rate compared to what the market is doing. The market could be, worse than the assessed value, but it's rare. So usually you are grandfathered in. So picture a graph, right, where every year the city assesses your home. Let's say right now, right, it's March 2018, things are good, so the assessed value goes up a little bit and a little bit. Well, the market value of your home could be up here. So I always say when you are going to list your house with an agent or even for sale by owner, whichever direction you go, I recommend calling the city or having your agent call the city and get what the tax rate would be based on if they bought the house that day. If you bought the home that day, what would that be roughly? And the city can give you an estimated figure versus I go to list a house and I ask the homeowner, hey, how much are your taxes per year? Well, they're gonna tell me an amount, and then it could be different for the potential buyer. Now, granted, a buyer's agent should be looking into that, but for the most part, check with the city and see how much the taxes would be roughly if the house was bought that day. Well, that wraps up another episode of the Ask Jason Gelios Show, episode 014. I really appreciate the comments, the likes, the shares, the feedback that I have received. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys find value in this show, because this is made for you, the viewer, whether you're buying a home or selling a home or just like real estate. This is value added for you. Thank you for sending in the questions and providing the fuel that I need to keep this show possible. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is a weekly show that I do once a week on social media. It's always on it'sallabouttherealestate.com. You can also find it on YouTube. Just search my name or search Ask Jason Gelios Show. We now have a Facebook dedicated page to the Ask Jason Gelios Show. So just keeping it native to Facebook. So it's every Thursday I try to upload these. So I really want to thank you guys again. And you know what? We're going to leave on this note, this question of the day that I want to start doing. So question of the day. What do you think is the number one room potential buyers look at when they first see a home? Again, what is the first and most popular room in a home that potential buyers look at? Thanks for watching.